Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, definitely. So today we're building this really pretty 2-bedroom living area, dining area, kitchen, and the shebangs. And I'm pretty excited because I wasn't able to post last week because I had a little problem with my editing software, but hopefully now that is all fixed and now we're getting into this video. Just a little reminder that I will not be posting an extra video this week. Normally I post 2 videos a week, but this week we'll only have this one. That's why I'm posting it on Wednesday. For the fact that I want to build some extra homes and I don't want to go crazy and burn out because I did wake up a little bit tired this morning, and I think it's because I was really into just wanting to build, and I actually have been building a lot, and I also have been doing my writing challenge, so it's been crazy month for me, so I'm a bit tired, and this is why I have decided that this week I'll probably be posting only this video. If I'm a bit more happy, I will definitely be posting another one, but for now this is the one I'm going to be posting. But getting into the video, I decided to build this really cute little house. I wanted to build on a 20 by 20 lot, but I don't have a lot of worlds because I don't have like that many packs, but I wanted it to be on a 20 by 20 lot, and well, actually a 20 by 15 lot, because I thought it would be faster to build. I mean, it was a bit faster to build, but it kind of took me a while because I don't know, I got a little bit lost when I came to making the roofing of this house, and also literally I took forever to do the floor planning of this house because like right now you guys are just seeing me do the outside and finding how I wanted this house to look. I had a lot of problems with the roof. I had a problem where I wanted to make another balcony, but then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take that out. I'm only going to have this one and that one. So I did kind of have like this moment where I was just thinking what I wanted to do. I think I just got on track after I put some color on the roof. So that was pretty fun. When it came to the windows, that actually went pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. I actually had a lot of fun at making them, since I was going to kind of add like one bedroom, like a larger bedroom, and then a smaller bedroom, and then just a little bathroom at the bottom. I kind of didn't want, like, let's say you have like a couple and a child here. I didn't really want the kid to have to go into the parents' room to take a shower because the other bathroom in the house was like non-existent. So what I kind of ended up doing was I actually put a bathroom in that room as well, and that actually helped a lot. You guys saw a little bit of how the floor plan was looking so far. I do end up changing it again. I added like this tiny bathroom in the bottom. It's actually like a one tile, well, it's not a one tile bathroom. It is a one tile bathroom, but it's functional. I did do it like in a very pretty functional way, so you guys will see later on when I'm building the living area. You're gonna see like this little door inside the living area, and then like that's where the bathroom is, so that's actually pretty nice. I actually have a sim that tested this entire house for me, so everything is functional. When I say I had a problem with the roofing, it's mostly because of this. The roof that I wanted to put in front, I really wanted to keep it that way. I didn't want to mess with the roof again, but when it came to the back part, it wasn't really doing what I wanted, so I kind of end up ignoring it, and I just put like another chimney, and it actually kind of ends up looking a little bit cuter. It doesn't look so weird like this huge chimney that I have. I actually just ended up adding like a nicer one. I was gonna add one of these little fake windows that the game gives us, but I decided not to do that. I just went with a cuter chimney. It actually ends up looking really cute, like even from like the intro, as you guys saw, like the finished portion of it, just like the outside, it actually looks really cute. So I did end up going with that. I just made the chimney like darker, so it will be something a bit different to look at. But besides that, I actually had a pretty fun time when I started landscaping. I did go for my 2 favorite trees. Why? Because I don't know, they're the prettiest trees for me. I don't know why. I am in love with both of these trees. I find them to be really fun to put in, and they actually just vibe with most of the vibes that I have for the house, so I kind of just use them along the way. When it came to the landscaping, I wanted to do something a little cutesy kind of vibes, because this house is like very cutesy bricky vibe that I went for, because it is definitely a brick house. Like one side of it's brick, and I actually wanted that two-tone to stay into the housing, so I kind of left that in there. I did do the flooring on the outside for like the veranda and the bottom, the 2 verandas at the bottom, and the one in the front of the house on the top. So I did do that. This house does have an office space, but it's really small. But if you guys would like to turn it into a bedroom, you can. Just that like the person that stays there is gonna have like a tiny little bedroom, but a lot of balcony space. So that's pretty fun. Here I'm just going around and landscaping. I actually, sometimes I really don't know what to do with landscaping, and then sometimes I'm just like, I have such a good time that I actually have to tell myself to stop, because I have to edit this later and it's a lot, and I don't really like to cut out all of the landscaping because I think it's very relaxing to just see how everything works and everything moves around and has like all these little fun moments. Here I'm just looking for a little bit of grass, because I wanted to put the grass mostly under the trees just to make it vibe a little better. I did put that little Grim Reaper bicycle that we got. I put it under the tree, and I made it like a little pathway, like the sim normally gets the bike and like they just leave the house with the bicycle. So I kind of went with that. I should have actually also put this in my goth family house. That would be pretty cool, like to have the goth with the Grim Reaper bike. That would actually be pretty fun. Here I'm just deciding how I'm gonna furniture the top balcony. I put a little telescope because I thought it would be nice just for the sim that okay, they're working and then they get out of the office and they can sit and look at the neighborhood, look at the trees, and just, or maybe even like read a book. And if they don't want to read, they can just watch like the stars, but not too much because you could get hit by an asteroid. But just have lots of fun with that. So that's kind of what I wanted with how I went with that one. Here at the bottom veranda, I just kind of added some flowers on the side, and I added this cute little book nook. You guys know I think it is the book nook, one of the many couches. I think it is the little sofas. I think it was from the Book Nook kit, but I could be wrong. But I still added it anyway, and then on the back veranda in the back of the house, I did the same thing. I do kind of shift everything to the right, and I do remove one of the little sitting chairs here because I needed a little bit more space for the living area, so I kind of just ended up taking one of the chairs away. But it still looks good, especially because I did end up adding a little cat to this house. So like there's a lot of cat things, for the kitty, and I needed a little space to add the kitty litter because I didn't really want to put the kitty litter so outside because there's a lot of thunderstorms, and I would feel really bad if the only place my cat had to go and use like the bathroom, their little bathroom, was in the middle of a storm. So no, I put it on the outside, like right in the corner. So everything was okay and it still looked pretty. I do add it later on though. Now we're inside the house and we're starting to decorate. I actually had a lot of fun decorating this house. It was something very different for me. I did use a lot of the Dream Home Decorator because if you guys are new here, I really love the Dream Home Decorator. And I love a lot of the things they have here. So I just decided to make this entire house very glam. It was very glam. It was very fun. At first, when I started decorating, because I started in with the little piece over there that was going to be the living area, I wanted to add a little bar, but I didn't know if the bar kind of was fitting into the vibes I wanted, or if the sim was going to be able to walk there and get the drinks. I was very conflicted, and since this is The Sims, I decided to remove the bar, and I just went with this little, I have no idea what these little black lines of wood that I added are called, but I did end up using these as a background. I do end up removing these liquor bottles because I ended up adding just a nice little portrait. I thought it was a little bit better. It filled in the atmosphere that I wanted it to be a little bit more chic, so I do end up removing it, even though it still looks really pretty, but I still end up removing it anyway. As I always do, I really love adding a little fireplace. So whilst I was decorating this, the fireplace was not centered, and I did not want this to have like a small little couch. I actually wanted it to have a bigger couch, so I do end up moving the stairs a little bit backwards, so we still have like a large entryway for the kitchen, and I do move it a little bit back where the stairs were so I could add this little table. Here's the thing that really got me crazy. I wanted to add that little vinyl player that we get. I think it's with the Modern Luxe pack, and it drove me insane that it did not go on a couple of like the coffee tables or even like a normal side table. It just didn't want to go, and I literally had to like lift it up, like use 9 and just lift it up so I could be able to put it properly on top of the desk. I don't know why it doesn't do that. I don't know why it doesn't like automatically go on that one. I honestly don't know why. But I do end up doing some other things here as well. I added another window. I do end up changing the door. I thought it was a little bit too big. Here I'm just moving things around. I do end up changing that, like I said, later on. I just wanted to get the little feel of this. Since I wanted a cat tree, I do end up adding a little, I do end up changing it. I do add this one instead. I do add a little, I shifted a little bit to the right later on. Off camera, actually, I do shift it a little bit to the right. Here you can see from the top views, you can actually see like the little bathroom that I made for the game, so it's still there. And I just added a little carpet just to make it vibe. Like I said, I added a lot of Dream Home Decorator. I really love the Dream Home Decorator. It felt so good to just see all of that come together, and it actually gave in that very modern, chic, fabulous vibe that I was looking for. The kitchen was very normal for me. I do end up using as well the Dream Home Decorator counters for that as well. In that little side corner, in the beginning, the little side corner, I wanted it to be like a little bathroom for the guests, but I thought it was kind of weird to have a bathroom right next to the entry door, so I decided not to leave that there. No, I decided not to have that there, and I just played around with the kitchen a little bit. I used a more expensive things in this house. Like a lot of things in this house is very expensive. So I think this house was like 1,000 simoleons, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry. It's 100,000. Why did I say 1,000? I don't know why I'm thinking 1,000, but it's 100,000 simoleons, and that was pretty wild because I had a really interesting time. I really felt safe to build this, but I do intend on doing something a little not that safe. I will eventually record it and show you guys. I got ideas. I got crazy ideas, but they're coming. Since I wanted to make this a little bit more modern, I did not clutter the kitchen. Plus, I didn't really have a lot of places to clutter because the kitchen was kind of small for the size that I normally go with. So I ended up just adding a normal size kitchen with less clutter, so the Sims would still have a place for them to be able to cook and everything. Now we're on the top half of this house, which is really interesting because I'm doing the main bedroom bathroom, and I just wanted to show you guys me doing this because I do have like another bathroom. I had like 3 bathrooms in this house, so it's just like copy paste. I do end up changing this curtain though. I added a cuter curtain later on. I think you can see that on the screenshots. Here I'm messing with the office. I was very conflicted on where I was going to put this desk because in my head I hate desks that face the back of the door. Like if I'm on the computer and the door is behind me, I hate that. It's like my privacy is... I don't have any privacy. So I tried moving it around like a lot of times until I decided just to put it in the middle of the room and have a little space for the Sim to sit down and also build up their logic skills with the chess table. And I just added a little carpet and I still made it a little bit more fun. This calendar, I know there is a picture of a husky on this one, but I thought it was a bit different because I like to think that like every time they turn the calendar, it's like a different pet, a different animal. So I kind of left it as that because I thought that would be pretty fun and pretty interesting to do. Now I am on the child's bedroom. I like to think it's a teenager, but you can always put here a child, whomever you decide it to be. And I do end up going for a more darker look for this room. Like I do end up adding a little bit more of a darker furniture and the color to the bed because I like to think that the teenager is a little bit more gloomy than normal. I did have a lot of trouble deciding how I was going to build this. As you guys can see, I changed a little bit of like how the room was presented because I was having so much trouble figuring out where I was going to put the bed, where I was going to put the table. So this dude or dudette or whatever they identify as to just sit down and literally enjoy themselves or do their homework or I don't know, use a tablet. I just had a problem and I finally ended up figuring out where I was going to put the table, where I was going to put the bed. I actually like the idea of the bed like right at the corner with a little like closer to the bathroom wall, especially since like it's the Sims' own private bathroom, so there's no problem with him being there. I just didn't want to put like the Sims bed next to the wall next to the parents' room. I kind of think that's so weird. Imagine you're on the phone and everyone can hear your conversation. That's like ugh. So I don't like that. I like everybody to have their privacy. So that's how I kind of went with it. Now I'm just decorating the hall and adding some portraits. I do end up adding like the portrait of a mom and the daughter. So I kind of thought it could be like a mom, maybe a single mother, or maybe not. It will also depend on your gameplay. I was just going along with the vibes that I got from doing this, especially when I started making the teens room. I think I started getting the vibes a little bit better, so I really enjoyed it. It still had like that chic vibe from the rest of the house, but it still had a little bit more personality from the sim that sleeps here. Like this, like the main bedroom here, the sim is more grand, it's more luxurious, especially that I used the bed from the Modern Luxe kit, so I really wanted that vibe to stick in. Like the mom, I did kind of think that one of the parents could be an interior decorator, and this is why the house looks this grand. I didn't go that far in the backyard because I like to think like they just bought this house, so the mom's still figuring out what she's gonna do over there, so she just like left everything the way it was supposed to be. But yeah, this is technically the build for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys whenever I post again. Have a great day, week, month, whenever you're watching this. Bye guys!